Hello, everybody. My name is Paola, and today we will continue with this TKT online free course that I will provide it to you on this quarantine. I I was playing another video like a few 20 minutes ago, and unfortunately, uh, it didn't upload correctly. Oh my God, I am telling you that this is crazy. That when you start like using all this technological devices, it's really difficult when you start trying to edit the video or etc. And it turns that you have technical problems. Okay, so now we're gonna be really brief in this second video. I hope when I started with editing the video, it works out, and I hope that you can watch it without any other problem. So first of all, I want you to be aware that I am not an authorized English teacher. I am not I have no relation with Cambridge. I have no relation with any other school, and I am working by myself. Okay, this course, the purpose of this course is to provide all the English teachers that are currently living here in Mexico and all over the world to have like an access to a lot of information that it's not given on your jobs. Okay, so let's start with a little review about the last video we saw. And first of all, I want you to remember that what is grammar? Well, we're talking about what was grammar. Grammar, remember, it's a group of words that make meaning in the moment of communication. Okay. Uh, Later, I am going to upload exercises and more information in which you can work in your houses. Okay. But today, we will also I am going to also to provide you a website in which you can buy books online, or you can buy the book by itself. Okay. And well, returning about the grammar thing, we have, remember, this thing that it's called the parts of the speech. And remember that we have 9 parts of the speech, if you remember. And over there in your home, I hope you remember, we have nouns, we have verbs, we have adjectives, determiners, conjunctions, we have what else? What else? Adjectives, prepositions. What else? What else? What else? Okay, and more. Okay, and remember that we have verb tenses also in grammar, and we have 12 verb tenses that actually we divide the verb tenses in active and in passive. Okay, so if we have 12 actives, it's logical that we will have the double of them if we turn them into passives. Okay, so this is our little review for the grammar video that I have already recorded to you. Now we're gonna go with the Lexis. Now, do you know what Lexis is? Have you have any idea about this? Okay, Lexis, again, it says here that Lexis is a Greek term meaning word or speech. Okay, now it says over here also that Lexis is the vocabulary of a language in a region. Okay, so this is really tricky because it tells to us that it's according to a region, a language of a region, but it talks to Lexis is basically the context that we use English words. So before we know more about the Lexis, I want you to know the vocabulary items that are in this Lexis Lexis in this Lexis situation. So we have here, we have over here we have the notations. Yes, we have synonyms, we have antonyms, we have lexical sets, we have prefixes, we have suffixes, we have compounds, collocations, and we have figurative meaning. Okay, so these are the vocabulary items that we use on on Lexis. Now remember, Lexis is the context that we are talking about. I am going to make you an example of this. Well, the example that it's on the TKT course book. Okay, and I love this. Now we have this word. Yep. Oh my God, we have this word. What is it? Tree. Okay. Now, Lexis talks to us about the word, yes, that depends on the region and depends on the language that it's spoken on a region. Okay. But uh, it's the context that we are using with this word. Okay. Now, if I tell you the word tree, immediately, and it's like logical, most of the teachers or the learners are gonna think about this. Yes, you're going to think about a plant, okay? And it's not wrong, okay? And if we are talking about a fairy tale, we are talking about camping, if we're talking about nature, geography, um, obviously the word tree, the context of this word means that we're talking about a plant, okay? But what happens if you are in an appointment with your psychologist, or maybe you're with a doctor and they are, I don't know, they are making you a test, um, they are writing obviously your root backgrounds according to the a medical set, okay? And if they are asking you about this, they are not asking you about a plant. They are asking you about your background roots, your family background roots. Okay, that is a family tree. Okay, for example, remember when you're with a doctor. Okay, in your family has somebody has diabetes, has had diabetes, etc. That is the Lexis, the different Lexis that it exists. You know, we have the Lexis according to a tree as a plant, and we have the Lexis talking about the tree as medical research. Okay, so that is Lexis. That is Lexis, and all the vocabulary items that I have provided to you talks to us about the different kinds of the words that we have all around the language. Now, we have key concepts for teachers, you know, about when you are teaching these words. And it says, number one, really knowing a word means knowing all its different kinds of meanings. I was telling you in a previous video that when you are teaching, most of the students have this situation or bad information that all the teachers should have or should be like a complete and whole dictionary. Yes, and it's something that the learners do not realize, that most of the teachers in Mexico and Latin America, or other countries, that they are not English is not their native language. It's wrong that most of the students think that we as teachers know all the meanings of all the words. But now it's your compromise as a teacher that you plan your classes and you have a possible questions from your learners. For example, if you are teaching, for example, you're giving maybe a training to engineers, it's logical that you will have a different kind of vocabulary, a different kind of lexis from if you from another group of learners, and imagine that you are teaching or training doctors. It's totally different. So it's the thing is that you should prepare your classes in order to possible questions, to answer possible questions talking about lexis. And we have the next one that we have: knowing a word also involves understanding its form. An example given is what part of the speech it is, how it works grammatically, and how it is pronounced and spelled. Now we have here, I have to tell you, in my own experience, I have had a lot of teachers that their English background is that they have lived in the United States. So when they come here to our, well, to Mexico or other countries, they have this advantage over us because they have been raised over there. They are Mexican Americans, and they have been in touch with all the language. So this is something that they have as an advantage for us, because remember, this TKT examination, it's on British English. So we, as non-native speakers, are facing a British and an American English. So imagine, it's a double work for us. But I really want you to be motivated that it's possible to reach that kind of knowledge, to know either you know the meaning in British or either in American English. Okay, so now we have here the next one. It says whether we are learning our first or our second language, it takes a long time before we fully know a word. We often recognize a word before we can use it, and that, I think, that happens to us as teachers and to our learners. Imagine, it's like a double work. Okay, now we have here, teachers need to introduce vocabulary items again and again to learners, expanding gradually on their meaning and their forms. This also increases the chances of learners remembering the item. So I was telling you that, when I don't know how do you start the classes or your icebreakers, but it's always about vocabulary. First of all, you introduce the vocabulary with a listening or with a reading. Okay, but some of the teachers introduce the new concepts, the new Lexis, with the trying to make the students remember all the words, the new words that they are going to learn, and mostly are from 5 to 10 words, depending on the level, on the grade level that you are teaching. If you are going to teach 5 new words or 10 new words, it depends. Okay, so we have over here, we can introduce vocabulary items in reading and listening before we ask learners to use the items. Okay, I already said that. Okay, so most of the skills that we use to introduce a language is either reading or listening. Okay, so I think that's it for today. I am going to provide you 4 more exercises, and I want you to uh, to visit all the websites I am going to upload in the video, in which today, the last class I was suggesting Raymond Murphy, the author of grammar, and I was also suggesting, let me see, Michael Swan with the Oxford University Press. Raymond Murphy is from Cambridge University. Today I am going to suggest, let's see. Okay, it says here that well, I am going to provide you of exercises, and if you can do it on your home, teacher, please go on a dictionary that an English dictionary that you have, and you will notice that in normal dictionary that you use in your classes, they are really, really, really they are not functional. You have to go to the web and you have to find a word, and then it settled a lot of meanings for that word. It depends if it's a noun, it depends if it's a verb, it depends if it's an adjective, and how it works with different kind of lexes. Yes, if we're talking about medical, if we're talking about technical, if we're talking about art, it works in different kind of contexts, and you will realize that is some homework that the art discovery activities from this book, or the TKT book. And we have another, it says here that you have to look at chapter 7, a vocabulary in the book Learning Teaching by Jim Scrivener. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Macmillan 1994. Yes, and the Cambridge Dictionary is www, dictionary.cambridge.org, org. And we have here, and I think that's it. It says that you have to use a dictionary or the TKT glossary. Yeah, I will provide you the link. Yes, but to find the meaning of a lot of terms that I am going to send you now. Be really, really aware of that I am going to upload on my web page, and below this videos I am going to upload the links, the exercises, and the Dropbox or the Google Drive, so you can work with this. Okay, so it's time to say goodbye. I am going to give you let me see. Okay, I am for a few the past years, I have been working with a library in Morelia, Michoacan, and it's named Librerías Hidalgo. And I will send you in the comments below the name of the saleswoman that I have been working with her. And I told her that if you mention that you have heard about her and the library in this website, you will have a discount. I don't know the percentages, but you will have a discount, okay, in the books that you will ask for, okay. And also, I don't know how much it costs the the delivery of the books, and they also sell web links or memberships for you, to go on Cambridge or other um, other kind of press that you will want to experience with. Now it's time to say goodbye. I thank you for watching, and tomorrow we're gonna see and all about phonology. Tomorrow's unit it's gonna be phonology, so please try to have next to you a bottle of water, because we are going to start pronouncing and using all our face and mouth and all our muscles here. Okay, so please stay safe, stay at home, be a nice person, and thank you for watching. See you tomorrow, and have a nice, I don't know, evening, night. See you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.